Okay, it is currently 7:32 a.m. and I am locking up all of my Apple devices, my watch, my phone, and my iPad for 24 hours. So I'm gonna actually, my phone and my iPad are already off, so I'm just gonna put my phone, it doesn't even fit. So I'm gonna put my watch in here, and then I'm gonna put these like this and put this rubber band around it. There we go. For 24 hours, this stuff is just gonna stay right there. Good morning, friends. It is approximately 7:40 in the morning, and I just locked up my devices 8 minutes ago, including my Apple Watch, my Apple phone, and my iPad. And I just wanted to explain to you why I was locking up my devices. So I am on summer break, so I think I would be more hesitant to lock them up if I was working, just because I would be away from home base and I need my watch or a watch to keep track of time when I am out of my classroom, because I do have a clock in my classroom. However, I just think that I am the type of person that gets way too comfortable. I broke my first Apple Watch. It was a Series 2, it was the first one I ever had. I broke it like in May. It was like April or May time frame. Like the end of April, the beginning of May, I broke my Apple Watch. It was completely busted. Like the whole screen cracked off. Couldn't be used. So I was freaking out and I scoured all over. I didn't have the funds to like immediately go out and get another one, or the time, because I had like work the next day and I was freaking out and that I wasn't gonna have a watch. So I scoured all over like my town for a watch that I could wear, and I ended up going to Target and getting this really cute one. I can show it to you actually. I got this really cute watch right here. I think it's by that brand A New Day. I'm not 100% sure, but I really like it. I like the thin strap, and it's imitation leather. I don't know if it says the brand on it. No, it doesn't. It works perfectly for its purpose. But I think that when things like that happen, that I just kind of freak out a little bit. Not that I am addicted to my devices by any stretch of the mean. I mean, I don't think I'm gonna have a problem as far as that goes. I just think that I have a problem it being different, you know, change. And right now on summer break, I have been relying on my devices pretty heavily, actually. I've been watching Prime videos either on my phone or my tablet. I've been watching YouTube on my tablet or my phone rather than my computer. I've been listening to audiobooks on my devices, my phone or my iPad. I check the time all the time, and I mean, you could see where my watch is clearly missing from my wrist. So I don't think that I have like an addiction per se, because I don't really, I'm not gonna miss the like social aspects of it, like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of that. I'm not worried about that at all. I don't post regularly enough to be worried about that. And the funny thing is when I told my husband I was doing this, I said, hey, I'm gonna be going without my devices tomorrow. He was the one freaking out. He was like, well, maybe if you just tell them that you're only putting your mother-in-law and your brother-in-law like on emergency only, and you're only answering it, you know, in the case that one of them call. And I was like, that defeats the entire purpose. because we don't have a landline phone, and I guess that's why he was concerned about, because my mother-in-law is old. She's 86, 87. And then of course my brother-in-law is out of the country, and he was just worried. But I was like, you know what, they can deal without me for 24 hours, and if they need me or there is an emergency, they're gonna contact him. He works about 2 minutes away from the house. He'll immediately drive to the house and be here. So I hope I eased his mind. Plus, I told him that I was probably going to go to the beach today anyway. I'm not sure if I am or not, but I might. And I never take my phone or my watch with me to the beach. Okay, I was saying that I never take my phone or my watch with me to the beach anyway, because I think a year ago or like 2 years ago, I busted an Apple phone that way. I left it out in the sun too long, and the screen completely like delaminated from the rest of the phone, so I had to get a new phone. My watch, like if I get in the ocean, I don't want like the salt water to like get inside of it or anything like that. So for those reasons, I wouldn't be using my devices anyway, and it's not that far to the beach from where I live, so I'm not really worried about that. I think the reason why we started carrying cell phones with us is because of like the convenience factor, of course, but also because like payphones are gone now. Like if you used to have an emergency, you could pull over near a payphone and call someone, but we don't really have those anymore. So yeah, anyway, I'm going without my devices for 24 hours. I locked them up at 7:32, so tomorrow at 7:32 I will be able to unlock them. And it's just gonna have to be like on the trust factor, because you know, there's no way for me to prove that I didn't use my devices for 24 hours other than me like checking in with you and letting you know all of the times that I would be using my devices. I'm still able to use my computer, so that's good, to like watch YouTube videos and stuff like that. But I also want to try to read today and do some things around the house today. Sooner than I turned off the camera did I reach for my phone to log my pages in my book. And of course, right when I want to go on my computer, this is what happens. This video is probably going to be very boring for you, but I hope you consider it interesting as a way to challenge yourself to unlock from your devices and social media in general. The only website I'll really be going to on my computer, if it ever finishes updating, is YouTube, just to catch up on some videos. But I've been reading my book. I am currently on page 141. I don't know if I'm making the wisest decisions today, because I am going somewhere that I know how to get there, but I always use my GPS on my phone to get me there, but I don't have my phone today, so there's that. Then I was like, oh, I could stop off at Starbucks and like get a drink, but I use the Starbucks app for my card, or I order it through my phone to pick up. And I was like, okay, I could go into the store like normal people do, but I was like, nah, I don't need another coffee. And then I was like, I haven't even eaten breakfast yet, and I should eat breakfast before I go. But I'm like, nah, I need to get to the beach. I have to admit, it does feel really weird leaving the house without my phone. I officially made it to the beach, obviously. I wasn't worried about like getting here, like knowing the way here. I mean, it's not that far from my house, but usually my GPS tells me if I should go the highway way or the back way. And it probably would have told me to go the back way today because the highway was insane, but that's okay. It is currently 9 o'clock according to my clock in my car, because and I usually stay for like an hour and a half, 2 hours tops, but I have a really horrible sense of time when I'm at the beach. And yeah, I don't know how that's gonna go today, because usually I'll put like my watch in this bag and I can keep trying, you know, I'll check it every once in a while. But I don't have that today. I feel triggered. Okay. I am leaving the beach. We're gonna see what time it is. It is 10:25, so I stayed for an hour and a half. That was perfect. That was perfect. I'm hot, having to turn on the air. It's only 83, but it was really nice out there. I got in the water a couple times, but mainly I was just reading my book. I got to chapter 25, so I'm gonna head home now. I'm currently sitting in the McDonald's drive-through. I'm starving. The beach always does that to me. Like being in the sun, being in the water just makes me so hungry. All right, I made it home. I have my beach stuff. The first thing I do when I get home from the beach is take my stuff outside. It is 11:07, just checking in with the time. My dog is ready to go outside. So yeah, we're gonna go outside. She's gonna look for lizards. I'm going to lay out my stuff out on the deck to dry and knock some of the sand off. Promise not to just talk to you guys all freaking day. I am gonna live my life, but I did want to check in, or at least like make notes of times that I would use my phone, and one of them is right now. It is, let me look at the clock, 11:16, and it's not so much the time that I would be using my phone, it's just the event that's making me like, this is a time that I would be using my phone. I just got my McDonald's, I put all my stuff up from the beach, and I'm sitting down to breakfast, and this is a time that I would typically be on my phone watching YouTube, Instagram, checking my emails, or just watching a movie on Prime. So I'm gonna sit here and dive back into my book, and then after this, my plan for the day is to pretty much stay at home for the rest of the day. I'm gonna read this book, I'm gonna see if my computer updates are done, and if they are, then I'm gonna go watch a little bit of YouTube and catch up. And then after that, I need to write a couple of reviews in my notebook. I thought I would check in. I just woke up from a nap. You can probably tell, but I don't really care. Yeah, I suppose I needed a nap, so that's what happened. Oh my gosh, I crashed so hard. Look at my face, it has like lines. I need to take my dog outside. When my husband came home for lunch, he got me a boba. It's still sitting here unfinished. So good. So I'm currently on chapter 32. So that's what I mainly did today. I went to the beach, I read my book, I watched one video. Was it only one? Yeah, I watched one video on YouTube, and then I took a huge nap. So there's pretty much my day. I'm checking in because I'm frustrated right now. It's about 5:45 and I'm starting dinner, and I have the timer set on the oven, but I usually use like my phone or my watch to set a timer so I can go back in the office and like mess around back there, watch some videos or whatever. And of course I can't do that today, so I was going to use my computer to set a timer, but my computer's acting up today. So I feel like my computer is conspiring against me on a day that I don't have devices. So I'm making dinner. Also, I would share on Instagram that I'm trying this recipe that Books and Lala makes all the time, especially like on her Instagram lives. It's the asparagus bow tie pasta dish that's super easy to make. Yeah, I'm making it for the first time, and I wanted to share that I'm making it, but you know. But anyway, I have my garlic cut up, pasta, some lemon juice. This is going to be for the pasta, this is going to be for the like base, and the asparagus is actually in the oven right now. So I guess I'm just going to sit out here and read my book and wait for timers and stuff, since I can't depend on anything today. Hi friends, we are back and my devices are sitting right over there and we are going to unlock them together. But before we unlock them, and I'm using air quotes because I basically just stacked them up yesterday. My watch is in here, but these two have been turned off since yesterday. I wanted to, like, for us to sit down and reflect on the last 24 hours and what everything meant. I came to the conclusion that, of course, I'm not addicted to my devices, that they're more used out of convenience than anything else. There were a couple of times yesterday that I would have used them, the main one being to fill time. Just that in-between time I would fill, but also using my GPS, using my timer, and watching movies. But not having my devices for 24 hours, I went to the beach, I read a crap ton of my book, and by a crap ton I meant I read all of it yesterday except for the last, what was it, 60 pages? Yeah, I think I had like 60 pages to read this morning, which I've already done. I actually did take a really nice nap yesterday, and if I was distracting myself with watching movies, I would not have taken that nap, and I really think that my body needed it because I crashed hard yesterday, you guys. So yeah, I really think I needed that nap, and I wouldn't have done that if I had my devices. Also, I spent a lot less time in front of the computer. I don't know if it was like partially me going without my devices and partially like my computer being a butthead yesterday or what, but I did spend a lot less time just in front of screens in general. You're probably wondering, where do I go from here? Basically, everything's gonna return as normal. I think that next time my iWatch breaks for some ungodly reason, like, I won't freak out as much. This was really just like an experiment and like a little like proof to myself that like I'm gonna be okay without my devices and I can step outside my comfort zone. A challenge to myself, and I think it was a success. Also, like, maybe I won't fill my time with my devices as much, you know, like maybe if I get in bed to read and I'm feeling like a nap, I won't distract myself with movies and keep myself awake. Overall, I want to know what you think, like, of my little experiment. Would you be able to do it? Should I do it again? Let me know all of your comments down below. So now has come the time to unlock the devices. So the first thing I'll do, just so you can see the time, is we'll turn on my phone together. Here it goes, loading up. It's probably gonna take a second because I haven't turned off my phone in forever, and also it's really dirty. Okay, it's still loading. Kind of anticlimactic. Wow, it's taken a while, you guys. Sorry. Oh, there we go. Gotta type in my passcode. And there we go. Can you see at the very top what time it is? Right up there? Oh, look at me already getting messages. Let's just go to the clock so it's nice and big. Oh, look at all these messages. 7:41. Can you see that? 7:42. So yeah, I did it a little bit more than 24 hours, but anyway, yeah. Yeah, the messages are starting to roll in. Unlock my other devices. Where's my, there. 7:42. 7:42. But that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're all having a lovely day. I know it was a little outside of my comfort zone as far as videos as well, so definitely interested in hearing your thoughts. See you guys again in my very next video. Bye!